no problem. I'd get one yawn out. The fresh air feels so nice. You know, it's nice to be in Ljubljana because it's active and lots of things going on. But I was waiting to come out to the countryside because it's so pretty, and it's now becoming fall. It's so nice. Yeah. It's my favorite season, isn't it? Yes. So nice. Beautiful.
The mayor? Which way is shorter or longer?
The mayor?
Yeah, that's the mayor.
Oh, wait a
Right.
second.
I know.
Well, I would probably have to say states to space. It's only 8.5 minutes to get to space. The Vitanju is a little bit longer, but this is quite a jewel. I will say space is also a jewel, but this, the road, the traveling to get from one place to another, the process, I think is part of it as well. It's not necessarily the final destination. Coming here was gorgeous. Going to space is beautiful too.
But it's a very long way to come to the...
You have a CD in the car?
To have particular... to go to space.
Yes, yes, you're absolutely right. The road to go to space is a little bit long. It took me quite some time. I became an astronaut in 1998 and actually didn't fly until 2006. Lots of little humps along the way, unfortunately the Columbia accident, but also it takes a lot of time to train for spaceflight. It's complicated vehicles and you're interacting with many, many people, so you have to meet all those people and learn quite a bit of stuff.
Is it harder for women?
I've really never let myself think about that much. I was in the military before I became an astronaut. I went to the Naval Academy, the United States Naval Academy, and it's probably a 10% women there, and then in the military it's probably about 25%, and then at NASA it's about 25 or 30%. And I've never let myself think about that. I've just tried to do my best I could do and be professional, and my counterparts have looked at me as a professional. I've looked at them that way.
Now, let's talk about the space. You like it? It's beautiful. Isn't it?
Oh yeah, space is incredible, and it's not just being up there. It's your reflections of what it looks like back to Earth, and remembering why you came and where you came from. One of the most wonderful things you can do while you're up in space is look back and take pictures of the planet. You want to see, where you lived and identify those places, which is really nice. But the hard thing to do, it is hard because there are really no borders between the countries. We draw those on pieces of paper. They're not really drawn on our planet, so it's hard to identify exactly where every country starts and ends. But that's, I think, the way it's supposed to be. I think we're supposed to be looking at our planet as a planet filled with wonderful people. It's very peaceful. It's very beautiful. At the same time, very fragile. So we have to learn to take care of it.
But the work there becomes routine.
Well, yes and no. I would say, you wake up every morning and we try to keep a normal schedule just like we do here on Earth, where we wake up in the morning, have breakfast, talk to the ground a little bit, and then start with our work, and then by maybe 10 o'clock get ready to go back to sleep, maybe make a phone call home, maybe write a little email, maybe write some journal, and so you try to make it routine so it's something that you're used to. However, it's not routine. Every moment that you fly by a window and you look out, it's incredible. Every time you want to do something simple, like work on the floor, you can turn yourself upside down, so it's always something different and something fun.
It is difficult to biological.
To do your daily functions and everything? Yeah, just your... No, it's not, but it's one of those things that you actually don't train for, because you can't simulate microgravity for very long here on Earth, so you can't train all that stuff. But as soon as you get to space, you realize you're going to have to eat. You're going to have to learn how to organize your stuff so you don't lose it. It doesn't float all over the place. You're going to have to learn how to use the bathroom and take a shower and wash your hair and brush your teeth. So you just get in there and try, and sometimes you find something that works, and sometimes you try bad methods and fix it, correct what you're doing. So you learn, you adapt. People are incredible. We're an incredible machine. We can adapt. Yeah.
Will you return to space?
I hope so. Right now, it just was asked to potentially go back in 2012. So that would be my goal. I would love to go back to the space station, particularly now that we have an increased crew size, very much more international. And this time I might ride up on a Russian rocket, which would be pretty fun, different from the United States Space Shuttle, so that will be interesting.
Some words about Slovenia.
Oh my gosh, what a beautiful country. This is my second time here. The first time was very quick and rushed. It was a surprise for my mother and my sister who came to part of my training in Russia. And we took a little bypass trip to come to Slovenia for about 4 days. And we did see some of the countryside. Nowhere over here though, on the east side. We went west and then over to the central portion like Žužemberk, because that's where we think my great-grandfather's family is from. And so we didn't get all the way out here into the mountains on the east side. This is absolutely gorgeous. This trip has allowed me also to interact with a lot more people. Last time it was just as catch can when we'd stop someplace and everybody was very hospitable, but this time purposefully we've talked to a lot of kids as well as at the science festival in Ljubljana and been able to share ideas, and the people are just wonderful, and I'm very proud to be at least half Slovenian.
Have you ever heard about Herbert Potočnik?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Not necessarily while I was growing up or during my classical university studies, but after I got back from space, I was interacted with the Slovenian ambassador in Washington, D.C., and there was a big celebration for him there. So subsequent to that, which was I think a year ago, I've heard a lot about him, and he is one of those visionaries who I have complimented on a number of times. We're lucky we get to go to space and we actually get to see and try out things that is different from here on Earth. These people like Potočnik was just imagining. He had no ability to actually go and prove what he had thought about, but he was able to have such an advanced thought process that he imagined, sort of like Einstein, the same thing. You can't put your hands on stuff, but these people are geniuses because they can imagine what the issues were going to be, or what potential plans we might have as humans generations and generations after him.
So, thank you very much.
Thank you.